What's going on, guys? Chris here, back again with another video for you guys today. In today's video, I want to talk about how to make coins through SBC solutions that are on FUTBIN. This is a really great way to make coins. I remember doing this last year, and I think a lot of you guys really enjoyed it, the people that were watching my FIFA 20 content. So we're going to talk to you guys about how to do it right now with the icon player pick that is out, and a lot of people are trying their absolute hardest to grind towards that SBC because they want to see what they can get, if it's like an R9, a Hullet, a Cruyff, etc. This will not be the last time this year that people are going to have this much demand for certain SBC. So this is going to be a great way to learn how to use FUTBIN and ways that you guys can make some coins with, SBC fodder. And of course, I think one of the biggest things right now is SBC fodder. Some of them need a price range update, which I think is going to come out soon. So that's going to help us out in the future when it comes to when we see these huge rises on fodder. Before we get to it today, the video, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe if you're new around here. That'd be absolutely fantastic. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys get involved with everything that's in the description, my Discord, my Twitter, Instagram, and of course my Twitch, where we're doing double streams on there every day, trading and stuff like that. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you should be looking at on FUTBIN and how to get there and stuff like that. So this is not going to be a long video. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty much buying fodder when it gets low. And the reason why it gets low at times is because it's not being used in SBCs and it's getting a lot of supply for a particular hour. It's kind of like fluctuation trading, right? We talk about specials, how they're not really getting supplied that much certain hours. That's why they're rising. Other hours for golds, they're getting supplied much more. They're getting sold off much more, and that's why they're dropping a little bit. So I'm going to give you guys a few different ways to kind of do this. So there's two things you should be looking at, okay? You should have the SBC tab up here, and you should go to active challenges as one of your tabs. That should be number one, okay? Then you're going to go into the mid or prime icon player pick. That's going to be one. Number two, you're going to go back into the SBC section. You're going to go cheapest players by rating. Now, what you do here, and you can do this with the informs as well. This will probably be very good to do with informs. What this does is it's going to show you who the cheapest players are per position. So sometimes what happens is certain cards get too low and they start to break away from their second cheapest player on the market. So for example, if we go look at like an 87 overall Fabinho, he right now is the cheapest 87 overall that is, and he's tied with Szczesny for the cheapest 87. If at some point earlier today, or even later today when you're watching this video, he gets down to 55, but the next cheapest card is 58. What's going to happen is a player like Fabinho, somebody will work around a solution with the player to fit one of the prime icon player pick solutions. So that kind of leads me on to my squad builder challenges here. You have 4 sets. Now, the ones that I'm trading with right now are the 86 and 87 sets. You can even do the 85s. All of them are really good. So what you want to do is you want to go into completed challenges. Now, as you're navigating through this, what you're seeing is this is the PS4 price. This is the Xbox One price, PC. As you move down, as you can see here, 453.9, 454.3, 455.2. As you go down, the SBC solution will be more and more expensive. So what a lot of people like to do is they like to click on the top one because that is the so-called cheapest solution at that time. And when people have already committed to some of the players they've bought in that solution, they're not going to stay away from it and their supply is going to get bought up. So let me show you what goes on here. So this is the squad, right, at 453k, okay? It already has a like. By the way, that's really important. If it has a minus right here, let me see if I can find a minus on here. There's none. I can't find any minuses. But if there's a minus, do not trade with that solution. That is a faulty solution. Nobody's using it because somebody has said that solution does not work with the requirements. So the card's not really going to rise that much. That's in there. Now, if I go look at this solution, and I think it's this one. Right now, what you want to be looking at is some cards that are either low on their fluctuation or get strong links in this set. So I looked at Cruz, I looked at Ramos, and I looked at Isco. Now, Isco, the 84 market's tough to do this with. It's really good to do this with the 86s to up market. That's really good to do it with. So, for example, this Toni Kroos card is extinct at 80,000 coins. But if you look right here, okay, he was just the cheapest 88 on the market at 75k. What happened? He got into solution, he went to 80. He then came back down to 76, and now he's back up to 80k because somebody found him being one of the cheaper 88s on the market. And if I can go to the cheapest players, right? Yeah, look at Ederson and Sterling. Once somebody finds a solution with those players, they're going to rise as well. So if you look at Sterling, okay, his max price is 85. If you look at his graph, though, he went from 71 to 76. He then went back down to 72. He went back up to 79, and now he's shown at 76. Now, what's going to happen is somebody is going to see that Sterling and Ederson are the cheapest 88s on the market right now. So they're going to find a way to put them into solution, and what happens is they start to rise, okay? Because they have less supply than a lot of these 81s, 82, 83, 84 players, so they can get bought up quite quicker. So let's go on to Sterling right now. There isn't a solution that's out right now that you could use Sterling in, but I'm telling you right now, there's something very, very soon coming. And what you also should be doing, by the way, just to show you guys, let me back out of this. If you look at the squad builder challenges here, you want to be refreshing this like every 2 minutes, okay? Like, for example, a new one literally just got put up at 454. Where did my one go? Is this it right here? Let's see. No, that's not my solution. There was one of them that just literally left, the one with cooler, okay? Now, for example, more ones came up. So now we can look at this one, right? Boom. What did I say? Sterling gets put into the cheapest solution because people saw that this was the cheapest 88 overall player on the market. So it's essentially finding players that are low on their fluctuations, and you can start trading around with them. So we're going to go look at Sterling right now, and we're going to show you guys what he's currently going for. So right now, the cheapest Sterling on the market is like 72. Can I get that? Oh, that would be a great one because he would go to 80. I would also try to look for these fodder cards on bids because they actually do work pretty good on bid. So 76,000 coins is the cheapest. But again, as the solution, if somebody proves that this one is correct, yeah, look, another one just got bought there, right? Now, this isn't a card that needs a lot of links, right? You can pretty much replace with another 88. This works really, really well if the player that is cheapest on that rating, what you see is he gets links to other players in the solution. So he's an absolute must need for the chemistry requirement. So that's going to really help you out. Now, I'm going to bid on that Sterling at 70.5 because that looked like that guy was actually going to buy that and get a pretty nice deal. I actually just got a Ramos at 92 when he's going for 98, and I'm going to flip him for 101. I'll talk to you guys about that very soon. But let me see if I can get this Sterling card at 70.5, and this is going to prove I can get him at 70.5. This is really, really good to do. Because, again, you buy him on the low of his fluctuation or you get on the bids, and then he's going to go higher than 76. I already know that. He's been proven throughout the day that he has gone over 78,000 coins. And at some point, he's going to get a strong link to somebody that will make his price rise. So I just got that card. And yes, his price range is only up to 85k. So I'm not going to go crazy on this. I'm going to go 79.5. And I think that's definitely possible. To continue listing that card up every single hour, there's going to be a point where that card gets too... he just gets too cheap, right? And then he's going to go up a lot in price. And that is how I'm going to make my coins on that. Now, we did this earlier today with Luka Modric. So let me show you guys what happens with Modric, okay? I'm actually going to show you the graph, and I'm going to show you what I bought the cards at. And I actually sold early on Modric, by the way. So Modric, I think I have the SBC up here, right? This was the SBC. At the time, it was the cheapest one on the market for the 87 overall squad. It also had one like on it, which is good because somebody used the solution before, and it was correct. So people saw, okay, this is great. I can go into the solution now, and I'll have no problems with getting chemistry or anything like that. So you look at it, Modric gets a strong link to Ramos, okay, and Oscar. So what I did with Modric, I clicked on him, okay, and I saw to myself, okay, let me show you guys right here. So he went to 63k last night. He went down to 53. He rose back up to 59. He dropped again to like 56, 57. I picked a few up at 56. What happens? He literally went to 63.5 to 64k. And I'm telling you right now, you got sales at 63.5. Because let me show you guys my transfer list right now. And I can show you right here. I sold too early on these two. I could have sold even further. But you see it right there, 63.5 actually got bought. So sometimes the FUPIN graphs doesn't show you the absolute highest point of the card, because what happened was he was so in demand for that SBC, and the supply was just getting plowed through, because there's so many people that are doing these player picks for the icons, that there was so much demand for a guy like Modric because of the strong links that he got. And I believe the 87 squad requires 40 chemistry. So if you look at the rest of the solution, it doesn't give you much chemistry besides the La Liga links in here. So it's a big part of the SBC. So that's a really good way for you guys to make coins, is through SBC solution trading. And it's all about looking at the graphs and, you know, kind of paying attention to some of these like cheapest solutions, right? Always be refreshing it and see if somebody puts a like. Somebody just put a like on this. And let's see if we can find anyone. So you've got, you know, De Bruyne's 136. You've got Allison at 117. Koulibaly's at 78. And you know what? Koulibaly, I think, is extinct at 80 or was close to it. Ramos at 96. Again, he's in another solution now that has proven to be good. So I'm going to go on to Ramos again, and I just want to see, because Ramos today hit 101K, I know for a fact, because I looked at his graph. So if you look at Ramos, okay, look at this. He's already starting to rise, yep, because he's in the solution. Yep, he's already 100K, yep, I knew it. So he's 102,000 coins right now, because if you look at the solution links, right, he gets a link to Pau Lopez, and people found out that he was like a cheaper version of an 89 on that hour. So this is a great way for you guys to trade, and this is why you get on those bids. I actually low-key might take my coins on this Ramos I bought at 92. I'm going to try to get out of it. That's probably going to get insta-bought or very, very quickly get bought. So this is how you trade through SBC solutions. And again, like I told you guys, this is not going to be the last time we see this sort of demand for an SBC. And you can do this for every high-value SBC solution, because there's always going to be a new one popping up. And there's going to be different fluctuations with these fodder cards. It's a lot of fun to trade with, especially when EA, I would say to you guys, by the way, if you are trading with these SBC fodder, please get them out by 6 p.m. on that next day, because EA could put out an SBC that, you know, gives out so much supply that makes fodder drop. So if there's no supply on the market, this is a free game, you know, free for all for you guys to make a lot of coins. And I'd be really specifically looking at 86s to like 91s. That's the kind of fodder that I'd be seeing for a flip with like SBC solution trading. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in the video soon. Peace out.